Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
We'll head to Dodge City, Kansas a little later this hour for an episode of Gunsmoke, but right now an episode of the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show, as it was broadcast June 23rd, 1953, with their guest, Vera Lynn.
The Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring you our master of ceremonies, Dean Martin.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and a happy hello to all of you from Chesterfield. There's lots of fun and music in the cards tonight. That jolly joker, Jerry Lewis, has quite a few laugh aces up his sleeve. Gentlemen,
Take it back, Dean. Take it back.
it's Jerry Lewis.
Take it back, Dean. Oh, take it back. It back. Oh, take back it. Oh.
Oh, now, hold. Take what back, Jer?
The bathrobe you gave me for my birthday. You told me to use it when I take a bath.
Well, what about it?
When I jumped in the tub, it got all wet.
Jerry, you're supposed to remove the robe when you get in the tub.
What, and take a bath baldy?
Why not, though? Who'll see you?
Who'll see me? Who'll see me?
Yeah, who'll see you?
Me.
Jerry, when you take a bath, it's only natural that you see yourself. When your father takes a bath, he sees himself. When your brother takes a bath, he sees himself. And
Dean, I'm so ashamed.
of what?
Don't you realize I come from a family of peeping Toms?
Hey, you, Jerry, you crazy?
No, but I've got an uncle who's crazy. I'm all right.
Who told you?
My uncle.
Oh. Oh, that's the one who thinks he's an orange.
Oh, yeah. He used to think he was an orange, but now he's cured.
Oh, that's good.
No, bad. Now my aunt doesn't have any orange juice in the morning.
Look, Jerry, you stop the stupid remarks. We're going to England this summer. Is this correct? Are we going to England? Answer me.
Oh,
Are we?
yes, indeed.
All right, now, I'm just making out the list of clothes to take along. You know, clothes are very important in England.
They're very important here, too.
You're so right.
Very few people walk around without them, you
Oh,
know.
Jerry.
Except when they take a bath.
Will you stop?
Then they walk around with wet bathrobes.
Now, there you go again, Jerry. I don't know how you get into these things.
It's easy. First you put your arm in one sleeve, then you put your arm
Oh,
in the other.
forget the bathrobe. Will you forget it?
Forget it. Well, here I am, bathing baldy again.
What I started to say about taking along a complete wardrobe is that clothes make the man.
That'll sure surprise my sister.
Your sister?
She wears clothes and she's a woman.
Oh, Jerry Jerome Lewis. Clothes make the man is a saying. It's a saying like he who lives in a glass house should what?
Wear a bathrobe when he takes a bath.
Now, that's enough, Jerry. Now, I've got to figure out what to take along on the trip, so please don't bother me. Let's see now. I'll take the blue suit
I'll need some advice about what costume to wear.
and the gray suit with the pinstripe,
They're giving my cousin a Sweet 16 party. It's a surprise.
the brown sport coat,
Sweet 16 they're giving. Surprise my cousin, her.
the suede shoes.
My cousin, oh party, her. They're giving 16 sweet. Surprise.
The suede surprise. Jerry, they're giving your cousin a sweet 16 party?
It's a surprise.
What's a surprise?
She's only 12.
I'm sorry I asked. I'll take along the tuxedo.
I need advice on what costume to wear.
Jerry, I'm getting disgusted. You're always asking me for advice.
I'm sorry.
The tuxedo.
Asking. Always asking. Never getting. Always asking.
Oh, why don't you stop. The tuxedo.
Stopping. Always stopping. Never starting. Always stopping.
Jerry!
Jerry. Always Jerry. Never Iving. Always Jerry.
Look, Jerry, I'm busy. Now, figure out your own costume to wear. I'll take along the cashmere sweater.
For the last masquerade party, I wore a butterfly costume.
The terry cloth robe.
I had to crawl all the way.
The purple pajama. Jerry, if you went as a butterfly, why did you have to crawl all the way?
The wings fell off, and I had to go as a caterpillar.
Jerry, if you promise to stop pestering me, I'll let you wear the special costume I had made for my last masquerade party.
I know your taste, and it must have been a positive darb.
I was supposed to represent half man and half beast. You see, in front I was a prince, and in the back I was a dragon.
Oh, it'll be such a wonderful... In the front you were a prince, and in the back you were a dragon?
Yes.
Why didn't you tighten your suspenders?
Jerry, when I say in the back I was a dragon, I don't mean in the back I was a dragon. I mean in the back I was a dragon.
You don't feel good, Booby?
Not good. Just for that, get your own costume. Now, for our trip, I'll take along, let's see, my tennis racket.
And I can do it, too. I once went to a masquerade dressed as Louis XIV.
The Argyle saw.
But I couldn't afford a white wig.
An extra pair of shoelaces.
So I put baking powder in my hair.
My gold cufflinks.
And for beauty marks, I put raisins on my face.
My dress shirt. You put baking powder in your hair and raisins on your face?
Yeah, and when the beautiful hostess gave me a kiss, I was so embarrassed.
Why?
My face broke out in cookies.
Get out.
June 23rd, 1953, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Mike Lindell and My Pillow offering the BOGO extravaganza right now on a whole slew of My Pillow products. Now you can find all sorts of great deals on My Pillow bed sheets, Giza Elegance My Pillow, 6-piece towel sets, Roll and Go Anywhere pillows, much more, all priced buy one, get one free. Go to mypillow.com/USA, use promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175 and find you some great My Pillow products. They're all available. Oh, by the way, you can also get Mike's book absolutely free with any purchase, but you have to go to mypillow.com/USA or call 1-800-951-8175 and make sure you use the promo code. The buy one, get one extravaganza going on right now at mypillow.com. Now more of the Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis show with more of their guest Vera Lynn from June 23rd, 1953.
Well, it's guest star time again, and tonight it's my pleasant duty to
It's no use, I tell you, it's no use. I'm going to destroy myself. Destroy, destroy. Oh, destroy. Is that clear? Destroy.
Jerry, do you mind telling me
Dean Martin, don't try to talk me out of it. I'm going to buy a nail file and slowly manicure myself to death.
But, Jerry, what's this all about?
Misery, misery. Oh, misery. My girl Sheba just eloped with a fireman who carried her out of a burning building.
Now, why would a girl who was engaged to you elope with a strange fireman?
Short memory, long ladder.
Jerry, now, you just forget it, forget it. Men have gotten along without women. The great philosopher Socrates did.
I'd like to have a talk with him.
Jerry, Socrates is dead.
Oh, when I'm dead, I'll get along without women, too. How do you like those apples?
Jerry, if you feel you must get married, marry one of your own kind. Pick somebody in show business. Somebody with whom you have something in common, like our guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm referring to that delightful dancing doll, Miss Vera Lynn. Vera!
Hi, Dean. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Vera Lynn, who is appearing by arrangement with MGM, producers of the Technicolor picture Young Beth, starring Gene Simmons, Stuart Granger, Deborah Carr, and Charlie Lawton. And now it's done.
Jerry. Jerry, what was that?
Well, if the audience has to listen to a plug, they might as well get one they can go out whistling.
Jerry, remember our discussion? Well, here's Vera Lynn, a beautiful girl in your line of show business. Now, what are you waiting for?
But, Dean, she's so beautiful, I don't know what to say.
That's easy. Compliment her.
Oh, compliment her. Okay. Oh, Vera Lynn,
Yes, Jerry?
I just noticed your skin.
Really? What about my skin, Jerry?
You sure got an awful lot of it, ain't you?
Jerry, that's not the technique. You know, Vera, Jerry's really he's very lovable.
Oh, sorry, Dean, but I go for men with a powerful physique.
You're on the wrong show.
Now, hear this, You mean to stand there and tell me that I'm not muscular? Oh, how thoroughly silly, how completely absurd, how utterly ut. I defy you to name one picture star that I cannot fight and trounce.
Very well. Clark Gable, Tony Curtis, Kirk Douglas, Burt Lancaster, Gary Cooper, Jeff Chandler, Alan Ladd.
Dean, do you notice how slyly she avoided Ethel Barrymore?
I don't blame Vera. She wants a man who can protect her from wolves.
Ho-ho and hee-haw. I recall a 6-foot bruiser was annoying a girl. And without thinking of the consequences for 1 minute, I rushed up to this brute, grabbed the umbrella from his hand.
Yes, yes. What did you do with the umbrella?
I broke it over my knee and said, there, now I hope it rains.
Are you impressed, Vera?
Well, I might consider going out with Jerry if he weren't so terribly thin. Why, if it weren't for his Adam's apple, he'd have no shape at all.
Vera? How can you resist this beautiful boy? It's June, and all the world's in love.
Yes, the flowers are in love. The trees are in love. The peaches are in love.
Oh, come now, Jerry. How can anybody tell when a peach is in love?
When their fuzz starts to fizz. Oh, yes, Miss Ellen. Everything's in love.
I'm starting to get the message, Jerry. The flowers and their pollen, the bees and their honey.
Yes, and the cats and their honey.
Oh, stop. Cats don't have any honey.
No, then why does mine stay out all night?
Oh.
I had to think about that.
Jerry, what you're getting at couldn't be matrimony.
No, marriage. I always wanted to hear the pitter-patter of tiny little feet around the house.
Oh, then you like children.
No, just feet.
You know, Vera, I can just picture your honeymoon with Jerry. It'll be so romantic.
Yeah, it'll be so much fun, Miss Ellen. We'll go to the zoo and watch the monkeys scratching each other.
That's no fun.
The monkeys seem to enjoy it.
Oh, Jerry, I can just see our marriage together. You working in pictures, me working in pictures.
My wife work? Never, never. If my friends found out my wife was working, they'd insult me.
But I make $50,000 a picture.
Let him insult me.
But, Vera, think how wonderful it would be being married to a star.
Wiley's a star, perhaps, but if things went bad and there was no food in the house, would he forget his pride and just take an ordinary job?
There's only one way to answer that question. Bannerman?
Yes, Dean.
Set the scene for the answer.
Right, Dean.
All righty.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vera Positive Dar players present regular-sized Jerry Lewis, king-size Dean Martin, and queen-size Vera Ellen in a story of a has-been picture star who refuses to get an ordinary job and spends all his time in saloons, entitled High by Noon.
Selma. Hey, Selma. Lover boy is back. Where's our wifey of mine?
Here I am.
Where?
Just 1 inch in front of your eye.
Which one? Any more questions?
No, but you should cut down on your liquor, Marvin. When you've had enough to drink, ask for sarsaparilla.
When I've had enough to drink, I can't say sarsaparilla.
Oh, Marvin, if you don't stop drinking, you'll never be able to make a comeback in Hollywood.
I don't care. I was full of crooks. When I was driving home from the saloon.
What, in your condition you drove?
Well, I had to. I was too drunk to walk. Anyhow, I was making a turn. I stuck out my left hand.
And?
Somebody stole my olive. Toothpick and all.
You must get some kind of a job, Marvin. They turned off our gas. They turned off our phone. Turned off our water.
Anything else new?
Yes, last night I had another baby.
Boy or girl?
I don't know. They also turned off our lights. Oh, Marvin, in spite of everything, I love you so.
Nagging. Always nagging. I'll bet you're still sorry you didn't marry that country bumpkin you used to run around with.
He was nice, even though he was a dull but honest square.
Who's there?
It is I, the dull but honest square.
Come on in, Doe.
Howdy, Elmer. Hope I'm not intruding, Sally.
Oh, no, you're just in time for dinner, Dull. Line up at the stove.
And take off your hat.
Why, don't you have any plates? You're looking in the blues, Sal. Why?
Well, all I've had out of my married life with Marvin is children. Boys and girls, boys and girls. I'm young yet. I want something else.
Well, Selma, boys and girls are all there is.
I sure wish you'd have married me, Sal, ma'am. You could have helped me out with the chores on the farm. When I get up in the morning, I milk the cows and everything.
You milk the cows and everything? I bet the ducks and chickens are surprised.
Marvin. Now, Marvin, it's about time we had a heart-to-heart talk.
About what, pray tell?
You haven't worked since Talking Pictures. The house is falling apart. The rent is 6 years overdue. The landlord is threatening to throw us out. We don't have any clothes, no food. All our kids are sick. And all we have in the bank is $5.
Why don't you spend the $5?
We're saving that for an emergency.
Oh. Mr. Marvin, sir, I think your wife is entitled to a little funding. Would you mind if I took her out?
Would you bring her back?
Yep.
Then she can't go.
Oh. Maybe you could earn some money as a door-to-door salesman.
Oh, I tried that. I used to go around ringing doorbells at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But were the people up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
They must have been. They all answered the door.
Oh, no wonder you couldn't make good. Look what you were selling. Snake oil.
How come you didn't sell any?
3 o'clock in the morning. Who wants their snakes oiled?
These ways you could have sold something useful like electric milking machines. They're great time savers.
That's silly. What's time to a cow? That's utter nonsense.
But, Marvin, you should get some job just to find out what kind of work you're out of.
The gal's right, Marv. You're just about through in that there show business. And you know what they say? You never come back.
Ha! They said Gloria Swanson would never come back. They said Hopalong Cassidy would never come back. They said Seymour Pritzbogen would never come back.
Who's Seymour Pritzbogen?
Nobody knows. He never came back.
Why not face it, feller? You're through.
I'm not through. Not. Is that clear? For the last 2 months, I've been working on a new act with my wife, and it's a real thriller.
It certainly is. Day and night he's been practicing throwing butcher knives as close as he can to my head.
Yeah, and each day I've been coming closer and closer and closer.
What's the name of the act?
Lewis and Baldy.
Yeah.
Say, Jerry, why don't you sing?
I used to. Do you know that? But when I was 13 years old, something terrible happened. My voice changed.
Oh, don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart there, boy. Well, when they come to a certain age, all boys' voices change.
To a bullfrog?
No.
You never...
Well, when he gets a line, he reads
But you never tried singing after that, Jerry?
Yeah, just once in an operetta. I sang the lead in The Pipes of Pan.
Oh, yes, my father saw you in that, but he couldn't make up his mind.
About what?
Which was worse, your pipes or your pan?
That did it. Definitely did it. Tomorrow morning at dawn, Miss Ellen, I shall meet you in Griffith Park. And you may have your choice of weapons, guns or swords.
Well, I do well.
But, Jerry, I don't know how to duel.
Well, in that case, when you meet me at Griffith Park, there's only one thing for us to do.
What's that?
Well, neck.
Oh, in that case, I'd better go home now and get a good night's sleep.
You deserve some rest after tangling with our nonsense, Vera.
That's so right, and a mighty fine job she did, too. Thanks for your talent and sportsmanship, Vera.
Thank you, Dean and Jerry, and good night, everybody.
Good night, Vera. So until next week, this is Dean Martin.
And this is Jerry Lewis saying good night, everyone.
Hollywood, you've just heard transcribed the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show. Produced and directed by Dick Mack. Written by Arthur Phillips and Austin Kalish. With music prepared and conducted by Dick Stabile.
June 23rd, 1953, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Coming up after our bottom of the hour break.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Starring William Conrad, the story of the violence that moved west with young America, and the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
That's next, Gunsmoke, June 23rd, 1957, on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you.
And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required.
Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary.
800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox from June 23rd, 1957, William Conrad in Gunsmoke.
Morning, Chester.
Biscuits be done directly.
Oh, is the coffee made? That's what I need.
It's boiling. I didn't make much, though. Thought I'd better save the water seeing how we made dry camp.
Oh, how come you woke up so early this morning?
Oh, I always do that. Soon as it gets daylight, my feet starts to sweat, seems like, and I just naturally gotta get up.
That's as good a reason as any, I guess. Looks like we got company.
What? Where?
No, right over there. Heading straight for us.
Some cowboy, probably.
I don't know. He doesn't ride like a cowboy.
Well, that's just a kid, Mr. John.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Sure does need a haircut. Well, I declare it's a girl.
What could she be doing on here?
Carrying a rifle, too.
Morning, miss. You want to get out and have some coffee with us?
Who are you, mister?
I'm a U.S. Marshal out of Dodge, ma'am.
Oh, a U.S. Marshal. Oh, that's good.
It is? Why?
But I need help, Marshal. My daddy's awful sick.
Oh, what's he sick with?
It's his leg, Marshal. A horse threw him and his saddle both in the corral, and then it stepped on his foot. And now his whole leg's all funny. He's got a fever, too.
My Mr. Dillon, that sounds like...
Yeah, I know, Chester. Tell me, miss, when the horse stepped on him, did it cut his foot? Did it break the skin anywhere?
Oh, it's just a scratch. It tore his boot off, though. Oh, please come and see him. I'm scared the way his leg is and everything.
Oh, sure we'll come. Is your mother with him now?
I don't have a mother, Marshal.
Oh, well, then what are you doing out here if your daddy's sick?
Well, we ran out of meat about 3 days ago, and I don't have anything to feed him.
Oh. Chester, I'll ride back with what is your name, anyway?
Tara Hawtree.
Oh.
I'll be 16 next January.
Well, that's fine, Tara. Chester, we'll go back to the Hawtree place, and you scout around for some meat, huh?
All right.
And if you don't find any antelope, shoot the first calf you see. Anybody's calf.
I'll do it, Mr. Dillon.
Dillon. Yeah, I've heard of you. You're from Dodge, ain't you?
Yeah, that's right, sir.
Well, Marshal, ain't feeling so good. My foot don't hurt me no more, but my leg is all sort of, well, it ain't pretty.
Oh, Daddy.
I don't know much about these things, Mr. Hawtree, but maybe I better take a look at it anyway.
Sure, Marshal. There she is.
Yeah, all right, she can cover it up.
I was in the war, Marshal. I know what gangrene is. Guess you do, too.
Yeah. Well, the first thing, Mr. Hawtree, a friend of mine's out getting you some meat, and then we'll load you into your wagon.
Oh, Ben took the wagon.
What?
Ben Walling. He took the wagon when Daddy got hurt. He said he'd find a doctor and bring him back.
Well, who's Ben Walling?
He's been sort of working here, Marshal.
I should have run him off long ago. That's what.
Well, where is he? Where'd he take the wagon? Was he going to find a doctor around here anyway?
The closest doctor's in Dodge I know of, but I couldn't get to him anyway.
Tell me, Mr. Hawtree, when did this happen?
About 6 days ago, Marshal. Ben left the day after.
Oh, do you think he's coming back?
He come back here, and me not able to get around. I don't know what I'll do. I ought to take a bullwhip to him. A bullwhip.
Now, take it easy, Mr. Hawtree. Take it easy. He won't cause any trouble, so don't you get all worked up about it. Tara, let's let him get some rest, huh?
All right, sir.
Now, we'll have some food for you real soon, Mr. Hawtree.
I ain't very hungry.
Tara, what's he so riled up about this Ben Walling for? What's between them?
Oh, it's nothing, Marshal. Daddy's sick, and that's all.
Oh. Look, Tara, you trust me, don't you?
Daddy hates Ben because Ben likes me.
Oh, I see.
He even wanted to marry me. He said he would.
How do you feel about Ben? Do you like him?
Well, it's time I had a man and all that, but I'm afraid of Ben, Marshal. It's like there's something wrong with him. He's always sneaking around when you don't expect him. It makes me uneasy like. Marshal?
Yeah?
I'm awful glad you're here.
June 23rd, 1957, Gunsmoke on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
You ever make a change and then think, why didn't I do this years ago? Well, that's how people feel about switching to MediShare for their health care, especially now with inflation the way it is. People are very happy with the savings. Most families save about $500 a month when they switch. It's a huge help when prices are going up so fast in so many other areas. And Medishare's customer satisfaction rate is double that of health insurance. It's just a different experience, and people really like that. Medishare is an alternative to health insurance. It's a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills, and it's been going strong for over 25 years. It really is the gold standard, the most trusted name in healthcare sharing. Find out why people love it, find out why they rave about the customer service, and find out how good it feels to save some money right now. They're super easy to talk to. Here's the number, 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE, 833-34-BIBLE.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Gunsmoke, June 23rd, 1957.
I rolled the smoke and looked out across the flat distances of the prairie and wondered how anybody could survive in all that emptiness. Hawtree lying on his bed back there in the house, he wouldn't survive. The prairie had got to him, all right. And Tara, what could she do out here in this endless land of grass? Well, I was glad to get my mind off it when Chester rode in with an antelope across his saddle. We hung it on the corral and dressed it and took a hind quarter into Tara, and we went back outside and sat out on the porch.
It's bad, ain't it, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, it's blood poisoning, Chester. As soon as it reaches his heart, he's done for.
Ain't there no way to stop it?
Yeah, sure there is. Cut his leg off.
Too bad Doc ain't here.
Yeah.
But would that stop it, Mr. Dillon, cutting his leg off?
I don't know, Chester. I don't know. Maybe it's too late anyway.
Well, I sure do wish we could do something for him. I don't take to sitting around just waiting for a man to die.
Nobody does.
It ain't right somehow, that poor fella. And Tara, why, Mr. Dillon, that girl will go crazy out here all alone.
All right, Chester. What do you want me to do about it? I'm not a doctor. I'll just shut up.
Well, Mr. Dillon, you could do it. Mr. Dillon, I know you could.
Do what?
Be a doctor. Long enough to save Mr. Hawtree's life, anyway.
Oh, are you out of your head?
No, sir.
And what are you talking like that for? The most I ever did was doctor a horse for the colic. That's fine training for this, isn't it?
I know. But I couldn't do it. I just plain don't have the spirit. But you do. Mr. Dillon, you wouldn't ever just stand by and let a man die.
Let's go talk to him, Chester.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
Oh, Daddy's fever's worse, Marshal. I'm going to get some more water.
Mr. Hawtree, how do you feel?
I don't feel much, Marshal. Outside of burning up. I've been trying to tell Tara that I can't last long with blood poisoning, and she just got to figure on it.
That's what I came in to talk to you about. I guess you know the only thing that'll give you a chance.
I know, but I couldn't ask any man to do that.
Now, you didn't ask me. It's up to you, Mr. Hawtree. I'll try it if you're willing.
If it was just me, I wouldn't do it, but I can't leave Tara alone. Not if I can help it, I can't.
You're a brave man.
Oh, Marshal. I just don't have any choice. Come on. Let's get it over with.
Have you got any liquor in the house?
And there's a jug of corn out in the kitchen.
Chester, go get it, will you?
And tell Tara to start boiling a lot of water. I'll talk to her in a few minutes.
I'll be right back.
Now, Mr. Hawtree, tell me everything you know about this. Huh?
Yeah. First, I'll tell you what you need. There's a straight iron out by the corral somewhere.
Yeah?
You can heat it in the main room fireplace.
All right, fine. Now what else?
Yeah. Tara will find some cloth for bandages. And the rest of the stuff you can get in the kitchen. The only thing worrying me is what we'll use to tie off the arteries with. Plain thread won't hold.
Well, Maybe some thin strips of rawhide.
No. So they soak through. Something.
Wait a minute. I think I know what'll work. What about horsehair? Huh?
Yeah, that's it, Marshal. Pull it off the tail. It'll work fine.
Here's the jug, Mr. Hawtrey, and I brought you a cup, too.
Pour me some. I want to get good and drunk.
Here you are.
Thanks.
Mr. Hawtrey, you better have your talk with Tara before that stuff takes hold, huh?
Ask her to come in, will you?
Yeah.
Oh, Marshal.
Yeah?
I'll try to make it easy for you.
Shortly after noon, I operated. Whether it was the corn whiskey or his own hard courage, I don't know, but Hawtrey never whimpered. Chester stood outside the door and brought me whatever I needed, and Tara waited in the kitchen boiling more water and thinking her thoughts. Toward the end, Hawtrey mercifully passed out. I finished and left the house for a breath of air. I'd done everything I could, and I just hoped that I'd done it right.
That's where it beats me, Mr. Dillon, how he just lays in there so quiet and peaceful.
It's only been 4 or 5 hours, Chester. The liquor hasn't worn off yet.
Well, he drunk up nearly the whole jug.
He needed it.
Hey, Mr. Dillon, look yonder.
What?
Somebody coming with a wagon.
Yeah. It's probably that Ben Walling they were talking about.
Wonder what he's got to say for himself.
Now, you'll think of something, Chester. His kind always does. You recognize him?
No, I don't. You?
No, I never saw him before.
Hey, what are you doing here?
You Ben Walling?
How'd you know?
You've been away a long time, Ben. Where you been?
Who are you anyway, mister?
The U.S. Marshal.
I went to fetch a doctor. Anything wrong in that?
No, not at all. Where is he?
Oh, first night, them horses run away. I've been chasing them ever since. Didn't catch them till this morning.
I see.
How's old Hawtrey? I was kind of worried about that foot. Looked to me like it might have poison in it.
It did.
I mean, it did.
I took his leg off about noon today.
You what? How'd you know what to do? You might have killed him.
Somebody had to do it, Ben. It's a sure thing Tara couldn't.
Blaming me, ain't you? I done everything I could. It ain't my fault them blasted horses run off.
Hawtrey's pretty sick, Ben.
Well, Marshal, you can leave now. I'll handle everything here.
We'll leave as soon as Hawtrey's able to take care of himself again.
Stay as long as you like. I don't care.
Mr. Dillon?
Yeah.
I think that cussed Ben's a no good liar.
You see that saddle over there, Chester?
Yeah, well, that belongs to Mr. Hawtrey.
Yeah, I know. I looked at it this noon. Somebody cut the cinch strap on it.
But no wonder that bronc bucked him in the saddle off both.
Do you think Tara did it?
It was Ben, wasn't it?
You figured the old man would get hurt, maybe killed.
But why?
So he'd have a free hand with Tara.
Why, that miserable low down. Mr. Dillon, let me arrest him.
No, not yet, Chester. There's plenty of time.
All right. I'll wait.
There wasn't as much time as I'd figured. Hawtrey had a bad night, and by morning he was so weak he couldn't lift his head. I tried to take his pulse, but I could hardly find it. Maybe I'd operated too late. Maybe the poison had already moved up into his body. I didn't know. I had no way of knowing.
Want some more coffee, Mr. Dillon?
What? Oh, yeah, Chester. Fill it up, will you, please?
That poor Tara just won't eat nothing at all. Just sits there by his bed. Ain't slept a wink, I know.
Well, it's her father, Chester. He's all she's got.
Marshal.
What?
Please come.
Yeah, what is it, Tara?
Daddy wants you, and I think he...
Come on, Chester. Yes. It's Matt Dillon, Mr. Hawtrey.
Marshal, I'm going to die.
Oh, Daddy, Daddy, please.
Tara, don't leave her here. Ben Walling, he's no good.
Now, don't you worry about Ben Walling, Mr. Hawtrey. I promise you that he won't get anywhere near Tara, now or ever.
Tara can't stay here alone. It's a bad way to die. Not knowing.
Mr. Hawtrey.
Not knowing.
Mr. Hawtrey,
Yeah.
I want you to listen to me. I'll take care of Tara. I'll see that she's all right. I'll see that she's cared for. Now, I promise you that. You hear me?
I thank you, Marshal. I sure thank you. Where's Tara?
Oh, Daddy, I'm right here. Daddy, please.
Tara.
Come on, Chester.
Daddy, Daddy.
Oh, my, I wish Tara'd come out of that house. I don't like it. Her in there and just breaking her heart.
Give her a little time, Chester. She'll be all right.
Don't move a finger, either one of you.
You're mighty careless with that rifle.
Don't get smart with me, Marshal. I know what I'm doing.
And what would that be?
I heard you in there. Promised to take Tara away. I was right by the window. I heard it all.
You got a curious way of courting the girl, Ben, trying to kill her father.
Yeah, and I saw you yesterday looking at that saddle. But I didn't kill him, Marshal. You did.
That's a lie, Ben Walling, and
Oh,
you know it.
shut up.
I won't shut up. We just got here sooner. Mr. Dillon would have saved him, that's
Well,
all.
too bad you got here at all, because you're going to die for it, both of you.
Put the gun down, Ben. You're under arrest for attempted murder.
Stay right where you are, Marshal.
You know, I got an idea you smelled powder before, Ben, and that you're afraid of it. I got an idea that's why you tried to get Hawtrey like you did instead of facing him.
Stop right there.
And right now you wish you didn't have that rifle at all, don't you, Ben? Because
No.
I might have to shoot you for it.
No, don't, Marshal.
Give me that.
You all right, Mr. Dillon?
I didn't even try, Chester. The rifle went off when I knocked it aside, that's all. He was scared to death.
Well, I didn't feel exactly comfortable.
Tie him up and keep an eye on him, huh? I'll go see Tara. Late that evening, we buried Hawtrey out on the prairie, out in back of the little homestead that would die now, too, and fall apart without him. The next morning, we loaded up everything we could get into the wagon, and with Tara beside me, we started out for Dodge. Ben Walling never said a word. Chester led his horse, and they rode along ahead of us. I had plenty of time to tell Tara all about Dodge, and how that there were some good people there, and how we'd find her a home and a family. She just sat there, tight-lipped. Didn't say much. She never once looked back.
A sad story. June 23rd, 1957, Gunsmoke on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Many of these 1957 programs and on are not really good quality, but I think you love to hear Gunsmoke. That's what you tell me. So we'll bring you as many of these shows as we can get cleaned up enough so that we can air them here on your favorite station. Thanks for tuning in. Please thank this radio station. Support their advertisers. It's their kindness and courtesy that allow us to be with you each and every time we roll around here on your favorite station. Also, if you miss a day, you don't have to miss a single show. Our shows are available everywhere, including Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Amazon, searching for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, or at my webpage, classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. You can stream our shows on demand. You can learn about classic radio collecting. You can find our social media links, and you can also buy me a coffee. And if you do that, you buy me a coffee, I won't put it toward coffee. I'll put it toward finding us some great new classic radio theater shows and maybe buy me a Dr. Pepper. Who knows? And please tell all your friends the great radio shows are here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.